most vulnerable and the poor exceeds the luxury, the people who uses the cashless policy more. There have been cases. People live in rural areas where their only POS had no cash. Cashless policy isn't inclusive. It's for the luxury people. It's for luxury. Also, the cashless policy has been riddled with glitches and scams. We've heard the horrible stories: transfer fails, accounts frozen, and money hanged. And money hanged, and life savings wiped out by hackers. Fraudsters thrive in this chaos. They use this as an avenue of hacking people's accounts, of getting money from people. And there have been causes of losses of money to fake bank alerts. If cashless means cashless, for the honest Nigerians, how is this progress? During the naira scarcity in 2023, many people believe that the cashless policy saved lots of businesses. But this cashless policy, it will also worsened the cases during the naira scarcity. Someone can have money in his account, but to access it is a problem because of network issues and all that. Thank you.
The opening and the motion is actually an intense one. You can already feel that. All right, so we've had both their opening, Peter FAVOUR UFEDO's opening and Benjamin JUBILEE opening. We'll get to hear their rebuttal now. So I hope they listened to each other when they were doing their presentation to know how to rebut properly. So, lady, are you ready? All right, she has a bit of cold and cough. And sorry about that.
Take a few seconds to catch your breath so we can let you go. But you can catch the conversation right now on YouTube and Facebook. Watch live on those platforms and be a part of the action right here. I'm hoping for a tie today. And when I say it happens.
We stayed almost to the next day when you confessed a tie. Well, and you saw how emotionally tense the whole atmosphere was. Even Olivia Addiction Judge at one point was not sure what was going on.
Well, that could happen today.
All right.
Fingers crossed on that one.
We'll see about that.
Yes. Are
you
good?
We'll see about that.
Are you good?
Are you ready?
To go? Okay. And your time starts now.
Standing on existing protocols, I remain FAVOUR Peter of Government Science Secondary School, Maitama. And good day to the judges, the moderator, and my worthy opponent, Benjamin JUBILEE, who seems to have borrowed his arguments from a 1990s economics textbook. Now, Benjamin, you barely mentioned 4 points, but I'm going to work with what you have. Work with what you gave me. So now I'm going to dismantle your misguided illusions one by one. Now, Benjamin mentioned that technical glitches is involved in cashless policy. But let me tell you, Nigeria has started curtailing technical glitches by even bringing offline modes in fintechs like Pampers. Furthermore, JUBILEE also mentioned that cashless policy improves cybercrime. But let me tell you, it is even while using cash that corruption and cybercrime comes into place. We see examples like politicians laundering money. Even in our election processes, cash laundering comes into place more. I'm sure Abacha's spirit must be sweating by now. Also, JUBILEE also mentioned that cashless policy excludes. But let me tell you, this cashless policy includes everyone, even the urban and rural areas of Nigeria. Cashless policy has done so much, including 90% of Nigerians. Now, 90% of Nigerians have access to digital banking. Many of them have access to digital banking apps, helping our economic system. And because I've exhausted all your points, dear JUBILEE, I'm just going to continue rebutting. I'm just going to continue speaking so that you get clarity and understanding. Now, I'm going to speak about strengthening monetary policy effectiveness. Now, the cashless policy has helped curb inflation by 15%. By 15% in 2023. In 2023, and this helps parents pay school fees for their children easily without panicking, selling dollars on the black market. Also, we have seen that we have seen that the NBSA has showed us that 60% of Nigerians now use digital banking. Even farmers in Benue State receive their payments via *737 hash. Eliminating exploitative middlemen. Also, we have also seen that many Nigerians now use digital banking. Many Nigerians now save their funds, even low income earners save whatever they have digitally, enabling us breaking poverty in our economy, breaking the cycle of poverty in our economy. Thank you very much.
All right, so we've heard Peter Favour Ufedo's rebuttal there when she talked about ghost sweating. I was like, all right.
Well, I mean,
I've seen Ghostbusters, and I don't think
I've seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Maybe
Never
we
sweat.
need a remake of that movie as well. Yeah. It makes more sense to those who were not able to see it at the time.
Exactly.
Right now,
exactly. All right, Benjamin Jubilee, are you ready for your rebuttal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then.
And your time starts now.
Standing with the existing protocol, my opponent mentioned that reduced crime because armed robbers target cash. Who told you that armed robbers always target cash? Armed robbers are not just only after targeting cash. For example, if armed robbers break into someone's house, you see that they pack a lot of properties, not just cash. They loot properties, just like television, furniture, and others. Again, and equipment from the house. And also, you say that CBN funds 50% annually, but why are they still network issues? So you want to tell me now that example, if you want to buy something of 200 naira, you are going to be doing transfer for the person. What if this person does not have a mobile phone? And there are places in Benue State where they don't even have banks at all, where they cannot even access this digital stuff that you call. And also, you say that 60% of Nigerians use digital banking. What happens to the remaining 40%? They are just left. People are dying every day. Even in the Gwagwalada hospital here, before they treat any patient, they say you have to pay, and then there is low network, and there is low network. They will tell you to access their website before you can pay. They'll tell you to access their website before you can pay so that they can treat your patient for you. What if the person is on an emergency and the person dies? That's why I say millions of people are dying every day. But we don't still consider. Don't we have human empathy? Also, you said I mentioned technical. You say technical glitches that there. You say technical glitches that Nigerians have started. I don't know how you put it, but you say they have started, but have they implemented it yet? It has not been fully implemented. So why will you be bringing this into a matter because bringing it into this matter does not even make any sense? Because also digital divide. Many people in the rural area don't have access to these digital mobile phones and others, and access to internet and electricity. Thank you.
All right. I see some people talking about YouTube stream. If it's been interrupted, I will advise you to refresh and start all over again. I assure you that we're streaming live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook. Favour Ufedo. Who is Favour Ufedo? Good afternoon, everyone. Is there Favour Ufedo aside from the Favour Peter Ufedo we have in the studio?
Maybe that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Or somebody who has the same name.
All right, then. Wishing everyone the very best. Who's watching on YouTube. We're on Facebook also at Nigeria Info. We'll be on X. You can tell us what you make of the debate by voting on X. So we will now get to the closing. Your final argument. Lady, gentlemen, you have to give us the very, very best. Make it a clean and worthy delivery when we get to your closing, okay? So, with Peter Favour Ufedo, you got 3 minutes for your closing.
And your time starts now.
Standing on the existing protocols. I remain Favour Peter from Government Science Secondary School, Maitama. And just before I draw this debate curtain to a close, there are still some things I would like to furtherly explain, because Benjamin Jubilee, you need clarity and understanding. Now, let me tell you, we stand at the crossroads of financial evolution, and the question before us today is not about accepting Nigeria's cashless policy, but whether we have the foresight, whether we have the courage, whether we have the will to harness its full potential. Our financial system is evolving at an unprecedented pace. It has not just streamlined transactions; it has curtailed financial crimes, enhanced economic continuity, and position Nigeria as a force to be reckoned with in the global economy. No longer must businesses suffer cash shortages or fear armed robbers lurking in the shadows. No longer the days of struggling with torn naira notes, fake currencies, and standing at endless queues at the ATMs are now becoming a thing of the past. Let's be honest. Before this online banking became widespread, many of us already swore that we will never trust any bank with our money. But now the same people who are being skeptical are now the ones saying, "I beg, make I check my alert first." Today a market woman will tell you, "Oga, I no get change. Oga, you fit do transfer, I no get change." Now, see, this Nigeria are very resilient, but we can adapt to whatever benefits us. And this cashless policy is not about exclusion, my dear brother. It's about inclusion. It's not about exclusion, it's about inclusion. It's not about erasing tradition, it's about redefining tradition. Imagine a Nigeria where every entrepreneur, every trader, every artisan can fully participate in the economy without any limitation. So let me ask you this question. So are we going to see the world keep moving forward while we sit down, or are we going to stand up and rise to an occasion and claim the future that is rightfully ours? Because the choice is clear. The future is cashless, and that future is now. Thank you very much.
All right, the future is cashless. I bet even Mefele, wherever he is right now, saying that I was one of those who pushed it. Be like, even though I'm going through trial and tribulation, at least someone says the future is cashless. All right, then. Let's hear what Benjamin Jubilee has to say. In his closing, you've got 3 minutes. Give us your best.
Your time starts now.
In conclusion, it seems like you don't still understand this topic. This topic is simply saying that Nigeria's cashless policy, asking whether it has improved the financial system. But you are still saying another kind of thing that I don't even understand. Let me tell you, banks are still affected. Even you yourself, even everybody in Nigeria. If you go out there and ask them if they like the cashless policy, they'll give you a negative answer. Before we even came here, one of our teachers was panicking about network failure. He's trying to do transactions and is not working. Over the past few days, some people have not been able to make transactions. And see, let me simply ask you this question. Can you excuse me. Let me just, because banks are still affected and people are affected. Many people are still dying out there, and we are still saying that the cashless policy has improved financial inclusion. Yes, it might not have improved financial inclusion, but let us focus on other critical sectors out there. Like I said, Nigeria is a developing country, not a developed countries. It's when we have become developed before we can implement all these policies into implementation. So I don't see any reason why we are still in this argument, because it is clear that the cashless policy has not improved any financial system in Nigeria. Many teachers have been complaining of not receiving their alerts. You are saying that even politicians are checking their alerts more than their wife check their WhatsApp numbers. Excuse me. those alerts, before they come, they take long time. For example, if I say I want to send money to someone, maybe it can take like more than 5 days before it can reach to the person's account. In conclusion, cashless policy is a well-dressed failure. Until we fix power, internet, and connectivity, we cannot thrive. Let us focus on other critical sectors so that we can prepare Nigeria towards economic greatness, where money works for everyone. Thank you.
All right, interesting. Now, some people are arguing that the topic was a little difficult. Was it difficult? Was it a difficult topic to handle, to debate on?
I think it's called to let us know how difficult it was for each of them.
Maybe because they don't have money. That's why.
Well, they have money. Their parents help them hold it.
They might win 1 million. Yeah. So you never can tell.
Have some faith.
Yeah. So Olivia, let's get your inputs before we read comment now with the judges.
Yeah, I must say that I haven't had much written down ever since this debate started.
Until today?
Yes, until today.
Oh
I've
boy,
written
oh
so
boy, oh
much.
boy.
I almost got tired of writing. All right, I'll start with you, Favour. So the words are adult and not adult, okay? Leverage, not leverage. So you said they were leveraging. So the word is not leveraging, but leveraging. Informal, not informal. You kept repeating informal. It's informal. Entrepreneurial, not entrepreneurial. Sustainability and not sustainability. Preserve, not preserve. Opponent, not opponent. Borrowed and not borrowed. Illusion, not illusion. Technical, not technical. So whenever a word ends with AL, note this going forward, that A has a weak sound. So you don't say cow or whatever consonant is before the A. You take a weak sound. So technical, not technical. The same thing with global, not global. Okay? Digital. It's another example, not digital. Clarity. You kept saying clarity. So you were trying to make something clear to your opponent. Clarity. Let him get clarity and not clarity. Policy is the word, not policy. Parent, not parent. Digitally, not digitally. So empathy, you kept missing your TH, you didn't use them at all. Empathy, not empathy. They, their, things. Evolving, not evolving. Honest and not honest. You don't say H when you don't say the H sound when you have that word. Honest and not honest. So you said something. You said that Nigeria are very resilient. So I think you meant to say Nigerians are very resilient. So when it's the people you're referring to, you add an N. Nigerians are very resilient. Inclusion and not inclusion. Yes, you scored a 1.5 over 3 in your diction. Good luck to you.
So 1.5 for Peter FAVOUR UFEDO.
It's 1.5
All right.
over 3. So Jubilee, student, not student. Modern and not modern. Digital, the same thing with Favour there. Vulnerable, not vulnerable. You kept saying vulnerable. Just the syllables less. Vulnerable, not vulnerable. And then you said 25 million of Nigerians. I don't know what you meant to say there, but 25 million Nigerians. We're referring to the people in it. It'll be 25 million Nigerians and not 25 million of Nigerians. Luxury, not luxury, like you said. Policy, not policy. Stories and not stories. You said they have been causing of lack of money. Did you mean to say that? I think you meant to say they've been causing loss of money or causing people to lose money, not they've been causing of lack of money. So that whole line was just a bit redundant even. Rebuttal, not rebuttal, like you said. Okay. Properties and not properties. Empathy and not empathy. Matter, not matter. You said your opponent said, not said. she said, and not she said, okay? That word is said, not said. So it's not electricity, it's electricity. There's a C there. You omitted the C, you just said electricity. So it's electricity. Conclusion, not conclusion. Developed, not developed. Many, you said many teachers have not been something. So many teachers have not been. And the word is many, not many. You scored a 1/3 in your diction.
All right. So for Benjamin Jubilee, it's a 1 for diction. And Bright Chimezi says from the diction judge. So the short form of University of Calabar will now be Unicool instead of Unical.
Well,
This person is not his Bright Chimezi. Go and say Unicool somewhere else. All right. Because you said natural, it's now natural, not natural. It's now say Unical will now be Unicool. People are silly. All right. FAVOUR UFEDO says she's the sister to Jubilee. However, she has the same name with his opponent. That is insane. Yeah, quite interesting. No wonder she's just giving everybody the very best and not taking side because her namesake is here and her brother is here. Godwin Sani says, this diction judge making English correction is top notch. I can't stand a chance around her. Like, boy, oh boy. Her page, you should have filled the entire note. Every word you say will be corrected. All right. We would wait for the judges from the green room to put the numbers together and we get a final verdict. So let's get a message. We've got a national sponsor. They'll be flying our best hands to Lagos for the national in August. They are the big sponsors for the national and it's an airline. They've got a message we'll get to share and then we'll remind you of our amazing sponsors for season 2 here in the Federal Capital.
Diamonds and Pearls Travels is a multi-award winning company whose aim is to demystify travel, make it affordable and accessible by providing seamless travel service like flights,
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
stage is set. The stakes are high. The arguments are strong. 10 debaters, one goal: to be crowned the ultimate I Beg to Differ champion. Who will outwit, outshine, and out-debate their way to the semi-finals? Find out in the quarterfinals of I Beg to Differ. Join us live on 95.1 Nigeria Info FM, 3 p.m. We are also live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info ABJ. It's knowledge, wit, and strategy at its finest. Don't miss it. I Beg to Differ, where the smartest voices take the mic.
And now we are back on I Beg to Differ.
All right. He was taking some time to put the numbers together. I was wondering, Georges, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is going on? Now I understand. Well, the returning officer, Somi, has presented us with the verdict from the judges. And okay. Who supported the motion?
I did.
Peter. So, Favour Peter UFEDO supported the motion. In your presentation, the aggregate is an 8. In your rebuttal, the aggregate is a 4. In your closing, your aggregate is a 4. Your style of presentation is a 15. Your diction is 1.5. In total, you got 32.5. Benjamin Jubilee, who begs to differ, in your presentation, your aggregate is a 7, your rebuttal is a 4, your closing is a 3, your style of presentation is 14, your diction 1. In total, you got 29. Now, here's where we have the major problem with Peter FAVOUR UFEDO, who got a 32. Even though you scaled through this round, but your 32 is the weakest score we've gotten in the quarterfinals, and everything is score-based. Now, day one, Anthony Oluwadamilola Favour got a 44.5. Deborah, her opponent, got a 39.5, which is higher than what you have scored. Day one also, the second set of debater, Chikwere Masi Rose, got a 39.5, while her opponent, Chikeze Onyechukwupola, got a 35.5. Now, even Chikeze, who lost out, got higher than you. Yesterday, Joseph Majesty or Jochegbe lost out with a 44.5 point, while his opponent won with 46. Joseph Majesty, who lost out, got a higher point than you did. Omale Ejile Christine, for yesterday, got a 34, which is less than you. She's out. Ahmed Tijani Khalid got a 35. And so we have 29 and 32.5, which is the bottom of the food chain. So even though you have scaled through, it's not looking good for you to getting into the semi-finals because your point is very low. Your performance were impressive all through, the both of you. I think your cold, the cold affected you a bit, did it? Because it kind of affected you. And was the topic a little too difficult for you to, like, the both of you to digest and understand? Did you have, beyond just, going through your point and all of that, was it a very difficult topic to look at? Be honest
enough
about
to
it.
give that feedback.
You think it contributed because the both of you, your performances were it was
The subpar.
yeah, honestly, from when you started, you gave it your very best, but it really didn't match up with even all the people who have lost out in the previous set of debate. So I already know from this juncture that it's neither of you are going to the next round of this debate. Sorry about that. Because your points are low. Okay?
But it's been good having you both here, listening to your angles, your thoughts, and The fiery rebuttal as well, somewhat. That was
The rebuttal
call-outs.
was not so fiery.
Not as fiery as we would have loved it, but a bit of jokes here and there.
And that's why I felt the topic was a little above their head. They're both 14, and you're asking 14-year-olds to talk about the Nigerian cashless policy. It was a topic that came, and your names just came when we're picking it and all of that. But I think perhaps the topic was one of the things that affected you, and you both were not just in your elements today to even help your presentation. Perhaps if the point in your presentation were good, your style would have helped. But even with the style, it came pretty low. You, because of your cold, Benjamin, I don't know what the matter is. But we'll tie it down to the topic was just above your heads. You're 14-year-old, and I look forward to having the both of you back next season, better prepared and ready to take on even tougher topic, I hope. Is that okay? All right. So, Abuja, there we have it. Saying that we're working with the score point, and all those who scale through, we're going to have just 4 people get into the semi-finals, and we're going to work with the 4 highest number. Anthony Oluwadamilola with a 44.5 will get to the semi-final. Joseph Majesty Ojechekwe with a 44.5 will get to the semi-final. Abu Francis Helling with a 46 will get to the semi-final. Chikwere Masi Ruth with a 39.5 will get to the semi-final. And we'll do that on Monday. So Abuja, it's a wrap for the quarterfinals of the debate. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We're looking at your comments. We'll read a few more of your comments and then wrap it up. Is there any one or two you want to take quickly?
Well, a handful. Please, award of scores should be... Trying to get to this message right now. Okay, taking a minute. It should be synonymous with work done. I was at a loss when Amali lost out, regardless of her amazing work and performance. Abuja should be represented on the winners table in Lagos, is what Samuel Ngwagwa says. Today, because we're getting more than we bargained for from the kids. My head gears are buzzing, my ears are full, my water is going down as I sipped and listening to the best debate ever. The girl is on fire. I'm tipping for her to rule her world in Lagos, bring back her trophy and tell them it can only be you. I'm very proud of her mentor, her school and her family. Is what obedient man Emeka says. All right, seems as though a lot of people actually enjoyed parts of the debate.
Well, they gave their best to it, and sadly, the score point didn't favor much of what they argued.
Yeah.
But it was enjoyable.
Indeed, sure was. All right, how many times did I call you Maitama? You're on fire. Government Science Secondary School Maitama. Good thinking, good product. I really enjoyed listening myself. This is what Zion from Brighter Wames Academy in Kwankwashe sent in. All right. Good place to wrap things up now?
Yes, it is a good place to wrap it up. And so they'll be getting consolation prizes from Kolia Angel Nigeria Limited, who will be handing telephones out to them. And I want to say a big thank you to Hamzat Lawal of Connected Development, Follow the Money, Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank, been creating shelter and wealth for over 20 years, giving us the second place prize money, 313 Bureau de Change. We'll be giving the third place prize money. Creative Fingers Cakes and Bite in Life Camp Abuja, 3J's Hotels and Apartment Number 1 Hotels have been providing a whole lot more to ensure that debaters, our judges, and the team are as comfortable as it can get. So we'll say thank you to our judges, to the big one, the programs manager for Cool FM in Abuja, to Fidel Castro, senior editor, and to Somi, a broadcaster with Nigeria Info. They've been our judges, and our diction judge in the studio, Olivia Osai, has been incredible also. On behalf of the team, Sahel, Benga,
Joy.
yeah, we'll say a very big thank you. My name is Kimberly.
My name is Itodo. See you on Monday.